Welkom bij de Future Vision Amsterdam nazomeraflevering. This is actually one of 2 summer specials where we will be focusing on Free Fringe Festival Amsterdam. You lucky fucking duckers. You fucky lucky fucking fuckers. You fucking fucky ducky fuckers. You duckers. You fucking lucky ducky fucking duckers. You lucky duckers. You ducky duckers. You ducky fucking lucky fucking fuckers. So speaking of Free Fringe Festival Amsterdam, here's Sam to tell us all about it.
Well, what do you want to know? I mean, Free Fringe Festival Amsterdam has been going for 5 years. I have to say that it's not really my festival or FEA's festival or Sin Sin Collective's festival, but it's actually Amsterdam's festival. It belongs to Amsterdam and the things that are happening and bubbling up in Amsterdam every year. There's a crazy, mad, vibrant artistic scene here, and this is a celebration of that.
And I took a look at the program on the website, and I saw there's some music nights going on that look really cool.
Saturday nights are music nights mainly. The first Saturday night is organised by Losse Flodders, who do a lot of noise performance, avant-garde performance, very theatrical, very weird. They're organised by Kutwijf, so we're expecting her to bring more from her band of fucketeers along to perform. And then on the second Saturday night, it's a psychedelic theme, which means that it's going to be very visual. We want to create a really beautiful kind of psychedelic atmosphere with lots of projections. We have Nina Novak is coming, she's juggling with fire. We have multiple dancers. We have a lovely Japanese dancer called Maya Ichikiwa, and also Aga Wee, who are going to be floating around the place, making it look beautiful and psychedelic. And then we have some bands playing as well. We have Shankadelics, we have Aquatronics, we have Relavec, who are amazing. They play a combination of techno with live percussion. So it's bring your dancing shoes that night.
Oh yeah, it's going to be fantastic. That's going to be a party for sure. And you mentioned Kutwijf. She's really a kind of a legend on the scene, isn't she?
Yeah, she's actually underground royalty, you might say. She's also well, this is an FEA exclusive. She's also a member of the famous Fucking Bastards, who you may have heard of.
Yeah, Fucking Bastards. Love the Fucking Bastards here. Well, let's take a look at some music now. This is the Doppelgangers with Kutwijf.
Who are also playing, incidentally, that night. In the psychedelic night, yes.
We've got one final song, as you said, Enigma. Would you like to tell them what it's called? It's actually called Kutwijf. Yay! And she's standing right there. Is that really her? We heard she was just a legend. Are you ready? Yeah. Hey.
She left her fingerprints everywhere. Now she
Hey Faye,
Yeah.
tell me about Faye's Film Festival.
Oh, Face Film Festival, huh? Well, we got some really hot shit this year. A lot of these films have never been screened before, ever.
How'd you manage that then?
Oh,
Most
well,
people just
a lot of
download them
these-
from the internet.
Well, that's true. But, well, these films, not though. These aren't available on the internet yet. But a lot of these filmmakers and animators are personal friends of mine, actually. And that's kind of how Face Film Festival started, because I knew a lot of animators over in Japan and in Holland, and we decided to start doing a film night. So,
Have you got something by Tochka again this year? Because their film was amazing.
Yeah, we do. It's also in the Pika Pika animated with light style, and it's about the last samurai, in the real last samurai of Japan, whose ghostly head is wandering around Japan.
You showed their film last year, but this year they won the Holland Animation Festival, by the way, folks.
Yes, they did with their film Track, which is an amazing film. And they're amazing people as well. I've actually been working together with them here in Japan over the past year, and it's been a real delight. They're very hardworking, very amazing artists, a very good team. Yeah.
That connection, that close connection with the artists is actually one of the things that this festival is all about, cutting out the red tape so that the artists are running it, the artists are doing what they want to do, and there's no in between. It's direct. It's like far, it's like organic, if you like, direct from the producers.
Yes. There's some other films showing too. One film is by a new director whose name is Kosuke Katakura, and he's a very promising young director. His film is called, it roughly translates as The Disease Ward is a Dance Floor. And I think he's going to be a wonderful director. He's really made a brilliant film with blood splurting and dancing nurses, and that's a film I'm very excited to be showing. And we also we've got Ilke van Nielen's new film called Kopje Onder. And he's a very sweet, gentle soul and who makes very nice, very lovely animations with very interesting worlds and a nice style. And I'm a big fan of his work, and it's going to be great to show his new film. That's another one, never screened before. Yeah, so I'm excited about that.
You're showing your new film, aren't you, Faye?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Lullaby for Lily, it's called. And yeah, it's going to be great to show it. We're going to show it at Faye's Film Festival, and then it's going to do a tour around Japan. So it's going to go to Tokyo and Kyoto and Osaka and some other places as well in Japan. It's very exciting, yeah. Really exciting, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing all that. It's a highlight of the festival. It's at the Vondelbunker. It's sandwiched between Warp Zone in the afternoon and the psychedelic night at night, which we already talked about. And then the next day is Jeffrey Babcock's Underground Cinema, and you're having another screening then at that, right? In the old-fashioned way of having cartoons before the main feature.
Yeah, I'm very honored to be doing a film night together with Jeffrey Babcock, because he's really a film connoisseur, quite famous in the Amsterdam scene. He's been doing nights for 10 years now, and I'm going to be showing a collection of my own films that night before the feature, which is Spider Baby.
Cool. And Jeffrey will be selling his book as well. It's a very interesting passing of the Amsterdam scene from his point of view, because he knows every venue, he knows everyone, and he's shown his films all over the place, and he's also a super nice guy. That's in the Vondelbunker on Sunday the 11th. That's the very final event of the festival, and it'll be rounding it off in a really nice way, and we'll all be completely exhausted so we can just flop into a chair and watch a good movie.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So let's have a look at some promos, shall we?
Yep.
Well, taking a look at the Free Fringe Festival Amsterdam program, I noticed there's a lot of dance this year. There's been a dance in the past, of course, but not at this not this amount of dance. There's a lot of dance happening.
A lot of this dance stuff is well, it's very highly accomplished for one thing, so we're delighted to have it. But also, it's highly experimental, and these dancers seem to be using their brains nowadays as well as their bodies to create experiences for audiences, which are not just the body moving in space, but also using text and using very interesting ideas. But the thing about also some of these dance pieces is that they bridge the gap between drama and dance. So we're going to also have quite a lot of theatre performances, especially by Astro Teatro, performing theatre pieces both at Astro Teatro and at different theatre venues during the festival. One of those is a classical piece called Proteus.
It sounds like very intellectual drama going on
It's
there.
highly intellectual and historical, and it has a lot of large penises being waved around, which we can all enjoy, of course.
And now Sam's going to teleport and go see Ghosts and Guitars.
Okay, bye, Faye.
One last one of these things I gotta get pulled out of my mouth.
Have you got at the dentist?
Yeah.
Interview gold, guys.
Yeah, so any dentists out there that want to work for free and restore my faith in dentistry, please contact me at ghostsandguitars@hotmail.com.
Yeah.
I'm happy to work.
Especially musical dentists.
Oh yeah, of course. Rock docs.
Roving reporter here with James, Ghosts and Guitars, of course, James Gallagher.
Yeah, James Joseph Gallagher, known on the streets as Ghosts and Guitars.
Yeah, on the streets, that's what I was going to talk to you about, because you're actually an accomplished multi-instrumentalist and session player, songwriter. So what are you doing on the streets with all the scumbags and the homeless people?
Feeding my family, paying the bills, keeping alive. And that's where the action is too.
Yeah.
So I have a little craving for the action.
Yeah.
I'm an observer.
How did it come about that you started busking? Tell me the story.
Well, I've been watching buskers my whole life in New York City. I never put together 2 + 2 that you could have a great artistic expression and pay your bills. Busking. Right? So my story, like a lot of people, something you have like an event in your life that leads you to busking. That's what I've come to learn about other buskers. So the quick synopsis of my story is, as we sit here in Amsterdam, there are things here that are legal, that are illegal in my hometown of Manhattan, New York City, the United States. So I was selling weed and stuff, and I got arrested. And I was literally sitting in jail, and I was like, man, I used to be a pretty good musician. I need to take it back up and figure out some way to make money again, playing music. And then literally within a couple days of getting out of jail, I started busking. And I went into the subway the first time on my own just to practice. And a person came up and gave me $1. And it was like, boom, lightning struck, the proverbial light bulb went on over my head. I was like, okay, hold on a second.
Yeah. Well, it's very, very direct. I mean, there you go. Someone enjoyed it and they gave you $1.
Yeah, but I wasn't focused on it at all.
Yeah.
So it just happened very naturally.
Right.
I was like practicing. I was thinking, okay, I got to get my skills back together. So I could go audition for a group or something, more the traditional route that a lot of artists take, you know.
Yeah.
And that just blew all that out of the water there when I got that first $1. And then within a week of that, of going back consistently every day and then like putting out a guitar case, I got hired by another performer to play with him. So he took me from the platforms, playing on the platforms in New York City, to going onto the subways.
All right. Is that when you started having your amplification on your back that you were telling us about?
And that amplification evolved from many things. First it started out from the performer that hired me having an amplifier in a backpack that had 2 channels. So he would plug me into it, right? And we used to call it the umbilical, you know? So he would plug me into his system and then we would play.
Yeah.
And then eventually we built an old boombox. We hot-wired it to take a guitar. you know, and then I worked myself up and I bought a pig nose, and then he fired me, and then it launched my solo career.
What would you advise? What would your advice be to people who are wanting to start busking?
Who want to get into busking?
Yeah.
Do it, absolutely.
Just do it.
Yeah, it's been the greatest thing I ever did. I mean, now when I look back on it, it's
So like tips.
don't worry about what anybody says.
Mm.
Just you got to follow your heart and follow the sound of the music you hear in your head.
Are there certain types of instruments that are better? Because you have to kind of cut through quite a lot of noise sometimes on the street.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think anything can cut through. I think it's more the person playing it.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like if I really had to go out now and play on some bottles or pots and pans, I could do it.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, because it's more about your personal.
Have you seen the guy with the horse's head in Amsterdam?
No.
I don't think.
Is he playing with the horse's head
Yeah.
on and plays guitar?
He plays guitar and he
Yeah.
plays pots and pans and things.
Yeah, I know. That guy's in a couple famous documentaries.
Yeah.
He comes from
He
Berlin.
goes crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a frenzy.
Yeah, but to me, that's almost like performance art,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
So,
Uh,
yeah, do it. Don't worry about what anybody says. Don't worry about the legalities of it. Because, like
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody about last night, the laws and justice don't always meet up.
well, what's the difference then between Amsterdam and New York in that regard?
Okay, Amsterdam is a free place, but it's also very regulated. So I have problems. They keep threatening to take my instruments. So I've been basically driven to the edge of the city, which is here in Amsterdam Nord, which is quickly getting very developed. So I'm pretty much counting my days that I have my main spot over there. Been on the lookout for like 2 years for alternative spots because I feel like I'm about to get pushed to the fringe again.
Seems like a lot of people in the cultural circles are feeling that exact same thing right now.
Yeah, it's regulated. The cultural, the artistic vibe here is strong, but it's insulated, like insular. It's hard to get into it if you haven't been here for a long time. That's my opinion on it. Like you're kind of kept out, like they don't want new blood, which is fine. I've always been a bit of a loner and, you know, trotting my own path. I enjoy collaborating with people, but it doesn't really trouble me too much.
Who are you collaborating with at the moment in your musical endeavors?
Okay, in Amsterdam, I'm collaborating with singing legend Freddy G from Curacao. I consider that a great honor and a blessing to work with somebody who's so talented and been in the business so long.
Laughing through all the tears, wondering if we'll never be. I'm gonna miss you when you're gone away.
Yeah, it's inspired me to get better, you know, and try and come up with the best quality art, lyrics, and music I can for him to interpret and perform together. In Berlin, I work with an ex-Porsche animator named Rockin' Ralph, and he does like he interprets like Bob Dylan songs and his own songs in a very punk rock kind of fashion. He likes to fancy himself as the last fucked up troubadour. There are a lot of like random collaborations.
Tell us about Die Joe Crow. That's fascinating.
Die Jim Crow.
Jim Crow.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
So, if this is mainly a European audience hearing this now, Jim Crow was a set of racist and segregation laws that came in the United States at the end of slavery. So there's a producer named Fury Young from Brooklyn, New York, and a record producer named Dr. Israel, who they wanted to make an anti-prison album because so many people are incarcerated in the U.S., but they made the album in maximum security prison. So I was an artist who was asked to help finish some of the production and redo a couple parts that maybe had technical difficulties or they really couldn't finish them in the time allotted by the judicial system to be in a maximum security prison.
It was really interesting to hear that music. People should look that up. Where is it?
Yeah, you can go to diejimcrow.com or you can find them on Facebook or Bandcamp. Yeah, and I think that's a great project because for me, music, regardless if you're incarcerated or you're feeling down on your luck, or maybe you just not feeling much of anything, it can set you free. I think it's a powerful medicine and a vibration in the world. So I was like honored to be able to be like, yo, like I'm going to be able to help these folks.
Yeah.
Like free themselves with music. So
It's a real frontier.
Yeah, I found it very empowering for myself too. To just be a part of that.
Well, thanks, James. I think we're really looking forward to enjoying your music, your vibrations at the Free Fringe Festival, Amsterdam, in September.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this too.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a busy month coming up. And I'm going to be in the States working with Citizen Cope, but I'm going to be like practicing on the bus and like getting ready for my
Bring it, James.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna make my fingers bleed before I get to the Fringe Festival and see if I can take it to the Fringe.
Cool. And you can see James, that's aka Ghosts and Guitars, at Free Fringe Festival Amsterdam from the 1st to the 11th of September at the Vondelbunker and citywide. And he'll be performing on the first weekend and the last weekend of the festival. And all information can be found here at freefringefestivalamsterdam.com.
Take it to the Fringe.